Good day, grade 9, and welcome to our fourth quarter in music. For the fourth quarter in music, our lesson is about the vocal music of the Romantic period. Every one of us has different ways on how we express our feelings. Now, how do you express your feelings? Some people express their feelings through writing, painting, dancing, singing, acting, and etc. But what do you do when these emotions are not expressed? In romantic period, vocal music is one of the best tools for expressing one's feelings. You must remember that during the romantic period, the basic quality of their music is the emotional subjectivity. Once again, it is the emotional subjectivity. Composers during this time explore feelings of grandiosity, intimacy, unpredictability, sad, rapture, and even longing. Romantic vocal forms like the art song and operas were about fantasy, supernatural, romance, and the nature as mirror of the human art. During this time, composers interpret poems, mood, atmosphere, and imagery into music. So, parallelisms of music and literature were clearly evident in almost all forms of vocal music. Romantic artists found inspiration in landscapes. I repeat, they found inspiration in landscapes. Their subjects were traditional myths, legends, and even folklore, usually dealing with the supernatural, grotesque, and less ordinary. During this time, opera became an important source of musical expressions. The birth of the opera houses came. It combined drama and music, and it expressed strong feelings or passions like love or even death. The famous opera during this period is La Traviata. La Traviata means the fallen woman, or the one who goes astray, and it refers to the main character, Violetta Valery, a courtesan. The opera features some of the most challenging and revered music in the entire soprano repertoire. This time, let's go now to the different composers during this period. We have Franz Peter Schubert, Giuseppe Verdi, Richard Wagner, and George Bizet. So these are the composers during this period. Let's go now to Franz Peter Schubert. His proper name is Lieder, which is the German word for songs. Lied is a type of German song, especially of the Romantic period, typically for solo voice with piano accompaniment. He developed Lieder so that they would have a powerful impact on the listeners. Next one is Giuseppe Verdi. He belonged to a group of composers who stressed realism. Therefore, he drew material from everyday life, rejecting heroic themes on mythology and history. Rigoletto is his famous opera. Rigoletto is a tragic story of jealousy, vengeance, and sacrifice. Is one of the Verdi's most popular and best operas. Next one is Richard Wagner. Richard Wagner was very much inspired by Ludwig van Beethoven. And I am sure that you are familiar with Ludwig van Beethoven, right? We talked about him last third quarter. He introduced new ideas in harmony and in form including extremes of chromaticism. We use the word chromatic as it allows us to add color and embellish the notes of major and minor scales just like the rainbow in music. Music drama is where musical and dramatic elements were fused together. It is a type of serious musical theater found in his book Opera and Drama. He exerted a strong influence on the operatic medium. Leitmotif is also present in his music. It is a recurring musical theme appearing usually in operas, but also in symphonic poems. It is used to reinforce the dramatic action, to provide psychological insight into the characters, and to recall or suggest to the listener extra musical ideas relevant to dramatic event. Are you familiar with Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings? We can see leitmotif in these movies or series. Next one is George Bizet. He became famous for his operas. His most famous opera is Carmen, and Carmen is set in southern Spain and tells the story of the downfall of Don Jose, a naive soldier who is seduced by the wiles of the fiery gypsy, Carmen. This opera was criticized that resulted in poor audience attendance because it depicts proletariat life, or it is about people with the lowest economic class in society. It also depicts immorality and lawlessness, but later on, this opera became a hit and the most popular operas ever written because people appreciate now the totality of the opera, including the melodies used. Sadly, Bizet did not know this as he died early. That's it. Okay, that's it for the Romantic period. And that's it, grade 9, for the lesson in music for the fourth quarter. So it is about the Romantic period, or the composers during the Romantic period who focus on operas. Remember, in Romantic period, people express their feelings through writing, painting, dancing, singing, acting, etc. Okay? Remember that. See you again next time. Goodbye!